Hi there, everybody. It's Marjorie Saulson of Vibrant Vocal Power, and I'm here to share with you how to take your voice from dull to dazzling. So many of the people I work with complain to me about how they sound when they listen to themselves on a video or an audio. They just don't like how they sound. And let me tell you that this is very common. And one of the first things people say is when they listen to themselves, well, it doesn't sound like me. I listen to that's not how I sound. And the reason it doesn't sound like you to yourself is because when you are speaking and you're listening to yourself from right inside your head. So the resonating you are hearing, or the voice you're hearing, is the voice you're hearing from inside your head. Whereas when you're listening to an audio or a video, it's out there. And so, of course, your voice sounds differently to you when it's from out there. But there are some simple ways to improve the quality of your voice. And it's really important, especially if you want to do a lot of stuff online and speaking in person. You want to have a voice that's pleasant for people to listen to. You don't want to have an irritating voice. It will turn people off very quickly. So, what do you need to do to have a better sounding voice? Is there something you can do? And the answer, of course, is yes. And one of the things I've learned in my long career as both somebody who continues to study singing and who's trained as a voice actor, whether you speak or you sing, your body is your instrument. And because your body is your instrument, you need to keep it in tune. Well, how do you do that? It's not like sitting down at a piano or a violin or a guitar and tuning it up externally. You have to tune your body up internally. Now, have you ever said to somebody or have somebody say to you, your voice sounds tired? It can happen. When you are tired, fatigue affects the quality of your voice, and people can hear it. So number one thing to stay in tune is to get enough rest, which is kind of a challenge in our day and age, but it's really important. The second thing is to be hydrated enough. Your vocal cords, your whole vocal folds, actually, as they're technically called, function much better when they're well hydrated. That means drinking enough water. So what's enough water? Well, you may have grown up as I did with hearing 8 glasses of water a day, 8 8-ounce glasses. And I ask you, are 8 ounces of water good enough for both Pee Wee Herman and Michael Jordan? 8 glasses of water, 64 ounces a day, doesn't fit for everybody. In fact, it fits for very few people. The rule of thumb that I have heard from a variety of places that I consider reliable is that we should aim for, and I say aim for because it's not easy, we should aim for half of our body weight in ounces of water a day, which means if you weigh 100 pounds, that's 50 ounces, or 150 pounds, that's 75 ounces. And be careful not to include in that coffee and cola drinks, because those drinks are dehydrators. They dehydrate you, they don't hydrate you. Water is the best thing to drink. And if you don't like the taste of plain water, add some lemon to it or a little flavoring. But it's really important to make sure you have enough water in your system. The 2 other tips that I'm going to share with you are how to improve the resonance of your voice. Because the more resonant your voice is, the pleasanter it is. And so I'd like you to treat your voice in a way as if it were a pipe organ. Now, a pipe organ works on air. And only with the air going through the pipes do those pipes sound? So if you want to have your pipes, as the vocal cords or folds are commonly called, if you want to have your pipes sound good, have a good set of pipes, you need to breathe. You need to support your voice with your breath. Because you see, I am now talking without supporting my voice. I've cut out all the chest resonance to my voice because I am not allowing that chest resonance to come through. I'm not supporting my voice with the breath. And there's two results to this. Number one, of course, that your voice doesn't sound anywhere near as good as when you take a breath before every sentence and every long phrase. And the other thing that happens when you don't breathe a lot as you're speaking, especially if you're one of those people who has to speak a lot all day, perhaps you're on the phone all day for business, is you're forcing your vocal folds, your vocal cords, to do some of the work that your lungs, your breath should be doing. And so your voice gets tired a lot faster. Now, the best way to make sure that you are breathing correctly, I know that people say, well, push your stomach out. But you can actually physically push your stomach out without taking a breath. Your lungs are inside your rib cage. So when you take a breath, you should actually be feeling your rib cage expand. If you put your hands on either side of your waist on the upper side and take a breath, your ribs should expand and push your hands right out. That's a sign that you're actually filling your lungs with air. Practice doing that if you're not in the habit of taking good breaths. And get in the habit of taking a breath before you start to speak. My former voice teacher gave me a very simple exercise to help me get in the habit of breathing before I speak, because she didn't want me tiring out my speaking voice, making it more difficult for me to sing well. She said, simply say what your name is without taking a breath. My name is Marjorie. And then taking a breath, my name is Marjorie, and listening to the difference in the sound. And you can do that with any sentence. If you want to practice aloud, just take something, an article from the paper, a favorite poem, something you're reading. Practice breathing so that you can hear the chest resonance in your voice. And the final tip I'm going to share with you is the other place where you get a lot of resonance, and that's in your head. And the very important resonating place in your head is actually your mouth. And if you keep your jaw locked down like this, even if you're using chest resonance, you're losing the resonance that you can have in your mouth. So how do you open up that space in your mouth so that you have resonance from your mouth? And the best way to do that is to focus on opening up the hinge. This is the hinge of your jaw, and you do that by increasing the space between your back, upper, and lower teeth. Now, a lot of people say, well, just yawn. But a lot of people, when they yawn, they just drop their jaw. I would like you to yawn from your back teeth. That the stretching, and you should actually feel those muscles right along in your jaw stretching as you do that kind of yawn. And that will help you to open up and relax your jaw. So try that and see if that doesn't also help improve the sound of your voice. So to sum up the 4 tips that I shared with you, get enough rest, drink enough water, breathe. Breathe purposefully. I know you keep breathing. That keeps you alive, right? But breathe purposefully every time you start speaking, and before sentences, before long phrases, and yawn and separate out your back teeth. Open up that hinge so that you get the space in your mouth, and you get both mouth resonance, chest resonance, rested and hydrated vocal folds, and you will improve the quality of the sound of your voice. You can take it from dull to dazzling. And if you'd like some more happy hints about all kinds of things to do with communication and public speaking, I invite you to go to my website, vibrantvocalpower.com. If you haven't already accessed it, you will find on that site a place to opt in for my free ebook. It's a complimentary 23-page ebook, Overcome Your Public Speaking Fears. That's available there as well. And thank you for joining us. Be sure and make a comment about what you found most interesting in this video. And I look forward to connecting with you and being of service to you. Remember, show up, speak up, stand out, and succeed. Marjorie Saulson, vibrantvocalpower.com. Have a great day.